Now, buddy, today I'm very excited to announce that we finally have our first new airplane of the year 2025. Look at this, everybody. The DC-9 has just been released for the Microsoft Flight Simulators. Yes, everybody, a plane that is long overdue, the McDonnell Douglas DC-9. Over 1,000 of these were built, and although they're not really flying around anymore, they were a very relevant airplane in aviation, and so it's very important that we have a good model of it in the flight simulators. Indeed, Sky Simulations today released their edition of the DC-9 for the price of €58.31 if you buy the package that includes both the Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 and the 2024 support. I myself bought the broke version for €49, which only features the Microsoft Flight Sim 2020. Once again, I've been waiting for a proper model to come out for years of this airplane, but I'm a little bit skeptical because Sky Simulations is the developer, and we know Sky Simulations. I mean, they made the MD-11, a plane that has kind of mixed reviews. You know, very, very poor aircraft. Don't buy this one. You will regret it. Let's see if I regret buying the DC-9 in a comprehensive first look. Am I going to be able to land hard? Let's find out. Everybody, a pleasant surprise is when you open the flight simulator for the first time after installing this airplane, because we have 4 DC-9 variants available. The 10 series with both the passenger version and the cargo version of the airplane, and the 30 series, which is a little bit longer, also both as passenger and cargo. Although, why does the cargo version of the 10F have windows? All right, that looks better. Let's spawn back into the 10 for now and see, can I fly this airplane at all? All right, welcome to the ground now of Gibraltar Airport, a place that should definitely be able to handle the DC-9. Now, I've already found a few issues while, testing out this airplane before this video. We're going to talk about that, but let's first of all take a look at this airplane, because something that requires a bit of respect is the texturing on this airplane. It really is not bad at all. Look, we have this beautiful chrome here where we can see a few scratches. This airplane should be worn, should be used, and it does look like it. Now, yes, this might not be Phoenix level 3D objectism. I don't know why, but for some reason for me, the door looks kind of weird. But we can at least open the doors and everything using not an EFB tablet or anything, but a piece of paper. Down here we have it, and we have to find the sweet spot to get it. Oh, come on, let me grab it. Come on. I just got it. There you go. That's how you get it. All right, this is the DC-9 series. Here you can add your flight plan, your balance chart, as well as your door controls. Open everything up. Yes, would you look at this? Doors opening. That is great. Come on. Open the front stairs. Hello. Yes, there you go. Now it works. And it comes out just like that out of the airplane. This is an old DC-9, which is from a time back before airports necessarily had gateways. Beautiful. We even have a pneumatic unit. We don't need that for startup. And we can also have a look at the cockpit, of course, which looks nice. It reminds me a little bit of the McDonnell Douglas MD-80 because it kind of is the same aircraft. We have this very old style, definitely non-glass cockpit, which looks a little bit even Soviet here with a turquoise color. Not bad whatsoever. Let's turn on this airplane. First of all, battery. And that brings the airplane to life. What I don't like already is the sound design. I can already hate. Let's already hate. For example, when you bring this airplane to life, there is no sound. Normally there should be like a battery sound, but not even the switch has a sound. Right? And that feels a little bit unrealistic. I mean, this is a $60 aircraft, so I'm allowed to, criticize those things, I think. Something else I found a bit weird is that we have ground power unit available. Oh! Jesus Christ, that was very loud on my end. Yes, ground power unit to power the airplane on, but the thing is, we cannot see a ground power unit on the outside. So it's kind of like these nitty-gritty details that are kind of missing. So no ground power unit, which is fine. Let's start up the APU right here. So first of all, put that into the on and the run position. Come on, and we can see that turn on indeed. Yes, we can see the RPM coming on. Very nice. For some reason, I haven't been able to turn on this auxiliary power unit without using the GPU, which to me seems a bit unrealistic. Look, if I turned off the GPU power, it just wouldn't work. But hey, look, APU's turning on, although we cannot hear this engine. Now we can. That came on very quickly. See, I don't think the sound design is necessarily refined. Okay, there we go. Let's turn on the APU power. Yes, let's turn on the air for that. And so this airplane's systems are alive. So yes, first thing I noticed, the sound design is a little bit off. Also, in an airplane, you do lots of testing to see if the systems work, like the stall test. Look, it doesn't work. Like, it doesn't do anything. Like, this is an airplane that I wouldn't fly. Look, the testing doesn't work off the stall. There should be like a stall alert. Stall. Also, for example, the toilet smoke detector doesn't work. Like, it just doesn't make any sound. So testing is a bit broken. And also, to be very honest, the texturing work isn't the best here. Look at the loop A, loop B stuff. But this is where, you know, I'm very much complaining on a high level. Well, for example, the circuit breakers also don't work. So we're not looking at the most detailed systems, in my opinion. But hey, let's go ahead and do a flight indeed. Maybe do a proper flight. I didn't want to get rid of you. Come on, come back. Yes, let's do the flight plan. Now, something I like is the very, very extensive manual we have for this airplane. 124 pages of information. That is good. Now, I would like to plan a professional flight here for this airplane, but the problem is SimBrief here denies the existence of the DC-9, so I'm just going to use the DC-8 profile. That looks like a very stupid flight plan. Let's go ahead and generate this flight. In order to do that, we just have to, like this, enter in a SimBrief ID number. And there we go. Look at this. We've got our flight plan. I don't know what to do with this. Really, I'm scared to do a full flight in this airplane. Someone has to do a tutorial. I mean, we have barely any modern navigation instruments. I wish we could choose to use like a GNS panel. Here, this old radar screen does not work at all. Here are the lights controls. Those are kind of useless. This is our ADF. This is altitude alert. This is our squawk. This down here is our autopilot. I have no idea how to do a proper flight on this plane. So that's great. Let's go ahead and turn it on now. How do we turn on the DC-9? We have to turn on the pneumatic X feed, cross feed. Make sure the APU air is turned on, and we should be ready to go. So let's go ahead and turn the engine ignition to ground start and the starter 2. Yes, look at that. That's turning on. We can see, all right, start valve is open. The engine on the DC-9 is turning on. By the way, right now, let's go ahead and close all the doors. Yes, get the stairs up. And we can barely tell the engines are spinning because, I mean, these are very dark and like, you know, they have this fencing here in front of the blades. That's good. All right, let's turn on engine number 1 as well. That is working so far. And look, now both our engines are turned. Oh, we're already moving. We're already moving. All right, that hasn't worked for a start. One thing I find very weird now is that I cannot turn the APU off. Look, here's the APU master. Here's where you would turn it off. You can't. You just can't. Doesn't work. I can't put it off. APU just stays on. Also, turning off and on ground power makes a very significant change in sound level. Why is that? Now, that's something that's been reported as well. Most tests don't work, cannot get the APU to shut off. Sounds are not the best. So that's kind of the consensus. Let's go ahead and reverse thrust out of this place. Come on, let's do that. That's a proper way to do it. Come on, push back now. And we can see the beautiful shovel reverse thrust, and they look great of the JT8D engine. I'm super excited to fly this airplane, genuinely. All right, come on, let's taxi. Yes, flight controls are already working. Now, this doesn't sound like reverse thrust should sound, but that's another problem. Come on, let's take off. All right, runway 27 identified. Once again, I have no idea how to navigate with this airplane. Someone has to make a tutorial. I mean, we have the flight plan here, but there's no way this is going to be usable for me. Like, this airplane does not even have like an inertial navigation system at all, it seems. Let's go full power now. Come on, let's do it. All right, we've got some alerts. At least they work. Shut up. Maybe because of the flaps not being out. Yes! This is a calm takeoff. No problem at all. Nothing is going on wrong. Shut up. Shut up, genuinely. All right, here we go. Now, 120 knots. DC-9, let's do our first rotation. Come on. Yes. Look at this. Why is there... Oh, this might be an issue with the Microsoft Flight Simulator, but someone there is floating in the air. Probably not because of the plane, though. All right, look at this. All's absolutely fine. This kind of sounds like a ski lift. But hey, the DC-9 is flying well. Let's put the flaps up. But once again, I have genuinely no idea. I'm probably a very bad person to review this. No idea how to navigate this to Malaga. Let's maybe try a different airplane and land the DC-9. How about a bigger one? The DC-930. And we have plenty of liveries for those. That's not a bad start. All right, now look at this. This is a great opportunity to test the flight dynamics. How good does this airplane feel? I mean, we've flown the, MD-80 in the Flight Simulator X-plane. kind of a similar aircraft. And you know what? I should say this airplane doesn't feel super unconvincing. Like, okay, we're able to pull maneuvers that aren't too extravagant, you know? We still have someone there in the front of the airplane. Now let's do a landing that doesn't break apart the entire airplane. Now something in terms of detail that I like is that when you turn on the autopilot and turn the turn knob, which makes the airplane bank, you can see the inputs done by the autopilot in the automatic pilot indication right here in those, you know, in those lines. You know, that's not a bad start. Shut up.
500.
Oh, we've got miserable GPWS calls. That's what I like. Come on, let's do a beautiful landing down here.
400. 300.
Yes.
120. 30. 20. 10.
Good. Touch her down. Come on, touchdown. Yes, that was a standard landing. Let's go and use reverse thrust to stop this airplane. And we're stopping just fine. Look at this, the DC-9. I'm actually kind of semi-happy with this airplane, to be honest. I mean, I've been hating throughout this whole video. I expect a lot worse. Although I will say that I find, you know, this airplane seems to move a little bit weirdly, but that's just a Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 malady, really. But let's try to do something that I'm always doing here. Land at short runways, you know. By the way, I haven't used the opportunity to check out the cabin because there is one. Problem is, I cannot open the cabin door from the inside of the airplane, but I can only do that from the outside of the cabin, which seems a bit weird. Anyway, this is what the 3x2 configuration cabin looks like of the DC-930. Not bad. Not terrible whatsoever. I'm about to crash into the ocean, which is a good opportunity to try out the cargo plane as well, maybe from the airline DHL. All right, San Bartholomew, your packages are arriving. We have someone in the air hanging. That's fun. Okay, all the flaps are out. Let's take a look at the cabin here. Do we have anything to see? Oh yeah, okay, good cargo hold. Time to land. All right, we've got the miserable GPWS callouts. Like, aren't those like depressing enough so that pilots would want to like crash the airplane just because of the depressing voice? Anyway, shut up. Good, good, good. Let's land her. Come on, DC-9, you're used to this. Yes, come on, stop now. You should be able to pull this off, DC-9. I think I'm a big fan of this plane. Look at that. That's worked without any problems at all. Look at this, the Sky Simulations DC-9. I've already told you that I have, you know, a few issues with this airplane. It's not perfect whatsoever, but it definitely has potential to be. The modeling looks great already. I just wish they would, I guess, do the navigation systems a bit better. Maybe someone will add INS panel, or maybe someone will add a GPS panel to it so we can fly. The ability to turn off the APU would be nice as well. But other than that, I think this is a great airplane. Sky Simulations, that's like a 3.5 stars so far. I would have expected a bit worse. So, well, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys tomorrow as always. Good night. And a special thanks goes out to my members, my supporters, Guns Killer, R27, James Duram, That Dude, Anime Gods of Gaming, Derek, Insider Plane, Nishijitsu Finder, Professional Jamal, Ryland Williams, and New the York. You've got beautiful names.